Hello everyone, it's Kieran with Thrifted Living and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Today I would like to share with you an updated tour of the craft room. The space isn't finished yet. I'm definitely still going to be working on some different projects, but it's been a while since I've shared this space with you. So I thought it'd be fun to share with you just sort of what the space looks like right now and give you some ideas of the projects that I want to do in here. I recently went back to school and I'm planning on doing a whole other video about this just to explain to you guys what we're doing. But pretty much I am physically in school and so I'm not teaching from home at this point. But this space is going to be used for some remote teaching. And like I said, when I share that video with you, it'll make sense just so I can explain to you exactly how this space is going to be used and it'll make a little more sense as to why I have certain things set up the way I do. Today, I just want to share with you what the craft room looks like now and the projects and the goals that I have for this space. So let me turn the camera around and I will share with you what everything looks like. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen the rest of this craft room series, and if you haven't seen the previous craft room series that I did, I will make sure to link those above in the cards or down below in the description so you can check those out. I think this is going to be part 10 maybe, or part 11, I can't remember, of the craft room series. And like I said, I have more projects to do. This isn't the final tour by any means, but I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys what I'm working on right now. So let me turn the camera around and I will share with you what the space looks like right now. Right now I'm standing in the doorway and this is what the craft room looks like as you enter the door. So I think I'm gonna start over here. So this is a space that I might not have shared with you before. I took one of these Dollar Tree racks. I don't know if you can really see it right there. They just hang over the door. And I'm actually hanging all of my thrift store finds that I want to do thrifted makeovers on, you know, like sort of take the piece and create a new piece out of it. I decided that this would be where I sort of keep those projects just so I can always be inspired by them, because I'll always be able to see them on the front of the door and, you know, hopefully it'll give me more inspiration to tackle some projects. But I have everything right here, all of the thrift store finds, well, most of the thrift store finds that I want to do some DIYs with. And I have them hanging right in front of the classroom closet, teaching closet. I'm not exactly sure what I'm calling it still. Right next to it, I have this yarn organizer, and then in the bottom I have one of the pedals for a sewing machine. I was thinking about putting all of my sewing machine like attachments there, but I decided to only put that one there just because it's really a bigger piece than the rest of the attachments I have. And then on the back of the door I have another over the door hook, and I have some wreath forms sitting here just so that they're all organized and I know exactly where they are. So I have that sitting right there. I have a sign that I made that's going to be going to my classroom soon. I'm going to turn the camera like this and I will show you this section of the craft room. So this is the door that is access to our attic. And for a while I was sort of just leaving it open because I just, you know, wanted to be able to get to the attic whenever we needed to, but we really don't go there very often. So I decided to take the pattern organizer and put it in front of the door. And if you saw one of my recent craft room videos, you would have seen that I actually took this thrifted piece and added wheels to it. So it moves very easily. And I figured that would be a good piece to go right in front of the door because it's not going to stay there forever and I can easily move it back and forth if I need to. So I have that piece just sitting in front of the door for right now, and it opens up the front of my desk, which I really like. Then I have a couple of these Dollar Tree, I think they're waste baskets, and I have greenery and faux greenery and plants and flowers and things like that on the left side. And then on the right side, I have several different Main Street wall decals and just different contact paper and things like that, all organized in these two bins right here. Again, it's kind of like the clothing, it's kind of like the thrift store finds. I like having these out so that I see them and I, you know that I can use them and I can find inspiration from them as well. So as you can see, I'm trying to maximize all of the space that I have in this craft room. And I think that I've done a pretty okay job on this side of the room. I almost forgot to share with you the classroom closet. I'll share that with you while I'm on this side of the room. This is the classroom closet, teaching closet, school closet. Not really sure what I'm going to call it yet, but this is the space that has all of my school supplies in it for right now. Things that I'm hoping to be able to use this year at home and I just wanted a space where it was organized and I was able to sort of close everything up and, you know, not hide everything, but just have everything have its own place, you know, and when I was done with school stuff, I could just close the door and it would be, you know, good until the next day. I also have this bulletin board and this dry erase board here, and I just thought, again, it would be nice to even be able to put like a to-do list on here, or if I'm working with kids and I'm maybe doing like a Google Meet or something, I could definitely use that as a dry erase board. And then I thought it'd be fun to decorate this seasonally. I have a bulletin board book that my grandmother actually gave me, and I'm sort of thinking about maybe going through that and working through some of those bulletin board ideas, just because I think that could be really fun. I have a whole video where I shared the setup process for this space. I will make sure to include it in the cards or in the description, and you can check that out. But I definitely love how this space turned out. And I just think it looks really nice and it's super organized, and I love that I have all of my school stuff in one place. All right, so I shared with you the classroom, school, closet, still not sure what I'm going to call it. So now I think I'll share with you the desk and the space around the desk. So right here I have this paper organizer. This piece has worked really great. I found this at a thrift store years ago and it was only $5, and I thought that was a really great price. So that keeps all of the paper that I need, like construction paper and things like that. That keeps all of the paper that I have organized. And then on top of the paper organizer, I also have this caddy, which I think is like a picnic caddy, that somebody actually gave me the idea to use this originally as a happy planner organizer. And then I decided to actually just take it and organize pencils, pens, scissors, markers, highlighters, all of that kind of stuff. I love having all of this stuff right here. These are sort of the things that I reach for most frequently. All of the different pairs of scissors that I use, pencils and pens. I really like having all of this organized. I like that sort of as we go through the house and clean and organize things, if we find pens or pencils, I just bring them up here just so we know where they are. And then on this side I have some paper clips, little clothespins, things like that, and then a stapler as well. And then over here I have planners and notebooks. So pretty much all of my planners and notebooks go right here, especially when I'm working from home. I like to keep my planner out, and if I have a space for it, like a specific space for it, I find it's really helpful for me. So I just found this basket, I'm sure at the thrift store or at a garage sale. Then over here, this is the desk. I love, love, love this craft room desk. I found this at the thrift store. It was only $50. It's been a great crafting desk and great for doing DIYs and filming DIYs. I'm not going to go through and show you too much of the drawer organization just because it's a bit of a mess right now, if I'm gonna be honest. But one thing, I will show you one thing. So over here, I actually have many Dollar Tree frames and Dollar Tree mirrors, things that I will use to do some crafting. I love collecting the Dollar Tree frames. They're really awesome to be able to create some fun customized gifts, especially now that I have my Cricut Joy. I love to find these at the Dollar Tree, and I love to have them on hand when I want to give one as a gift. So I actually went through and organized many of them, not all of them, but many of them in this drawer right here. So that's one drawer that's fairly organized. And then on the desk I have some happy planner stickers. I have some fancy scissors. They sort of cut like a really fancy line when you use them. They give you like a really fun trim. You cut with them, they sort of create like a decorative edge. And I have washi tape right here as well, organized in Dollar Tree plastic drawers. I love these drawers. If you see them at Dollar Tree, definitely pick them up. They're great. I've had them for years and I've had no problems with them at all, so I love using those. And I have to give a shout out to my friend Kathy. She actually found these Peanuts notebooks and pencils in the Target dollar spot, and I just think they're adorable, and I'm just so thankful for her friendship and just so thankful for her. This was just like the sweetest thing. As you know, I love Snoopy. I love this, and I'm actually thinking about using it as like a gratitude journal. I have some fun ideas for it, so thank you so much, Kathy. I absolutely love those. And then up here I have some organization, some Dollar Tree organization using these really fun, oh my gosh, what are these called? Teaching Corner bins. I don't exactly remember. I think they're just called Teaching Corner bins. But right now I have this whole left side of the cabinet organized. I think I have some stuff in the right side as well, but all of the bins in the left side are organized. My goal is to go through and use my Cricut Joy to add some labels to it, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm hoping to be able to tackle that project maybe sometime this week, hopefully. And then I also have this side. I only have a couple filled up on this side, but I was able to find enough to completely fill up the entire space, which I know I have enough craft supplies to organize in all of those, so really happy about that. And then I do have some fabric organized underneath the desk, but it is a mess right now, as you can see from the little sneak peek. So I'm not going to share that with you because it is super messy. So now I would like to share with you the 3 bookshelves that I have in this space. And some of them, like these ones over here, are kind of messy, I know, but I'm hopefully going to get them a little more organized soon. If you've been following the craft room series, you know that I actually was able to get these from my uncle who had a bookstore, and he was selling some of his bookcases, and I was able to get actually 4 of them. One of them is down in the basement in Sean's space, and then I have 3 of them up here. And I absolutely love these. I feel like having these has completely changed how I organize in this crafting space and organize the supplies. So let me share with you quickly what I have organized here. So this space is where I have all of my crafting machines organized. I have a Cricut Joy, a Cricut Press, the Cricut Explorer as well. This is a machine that you can use to create notebooks. One of my colleagues uses these machines, and she was able to share with me how you use them, and it's the coolest thing. So I'm hoping to be able to use that at some point. I found it at the thrift store for like $6. I shared with you how I had the pedal for my sewing machine over on the underneath like the yarn organizer. I'm actually organizing some of the other supplies for the Cricut and for the different machines that I have in these small baskets. So I have one right here on the bottom, and then I have a sewing machine and a serger. I also have a laminator. I have one at school as well. I like having 2. I like having one at home and one at school. And Aldi actually sells these fairly frequently for like $12 or something like that, maybe $15 for the laminating machine. So really good deal at Aldi. And then up on top I have a paper cutter. And over here I have 2 whole bookshelves full of crafting supplies and materials and so much crafting fun. I have some painting supplies. I have some paint that I found at Dollar Tree over on the right side, and then I have some paint that I've just been collecting over the years here on the left. Then on the second shelf I have some markers, Sharpie markers, permanent markers, just markers that you would color with in the back. I have some chalk markers, and I think I also have some of like the Papermate Flare markers, glitter markers. I actually have some crochet hooks in the back, and then some smaller supplies like glitter, sequins, things like that, beads organized over here. These 3 shelves are sort of going to be the challenge. I have a lot of Dollar Tree crafting supplies right here, and there really isn't much of an organizational system to it, but it's sort of just become a place where things get dropped recently. So I'm hoping to be able to organize these things a little better soon. And honestly, I'm hoping to be able to go through and craft with a lot of this stuff soon, be able to get some more fun projects done and shared with you guys. School has just been so busy, so I'm hoping to sort of get my schedule under control and sort of figure out how all of this is going to work. And this one is honestly one of my favorite places in the craft room. I mostly have everything organized in this space. The big project is going to be labeling all of the bins, and then I also need to go through and take several of these stickers off. I don't think I shared with you guys when I was actually working on this project. These stickers can be kind of challenging to get off of these bins. So what I was doing for the sake of just getting things organized was I was going through and putting things, let me see if I can show you, like I was putting things in these containers, but I wasn't taking the label off. So I am going to need to go through and do that. I wanted to go through and take the labels off before I put the supplies in the bins, but it's just a pain to try to get those labels off. So hopefully I'll be able to tackle that project sooner than later, just so that everything's ready to go to get the label put on it. And I'm really excited to be using the Cricut Joy to be able to do that. I can't wait to see how all of these look labeled. I just love these containers that I found at Dollar Tree. And I love that all of the supplies are so organized, and it's going to look really great when I'm able to actually go through and label everything. And that's it for this craft room update. I hope you enjoyed seeing what the craft room looks like right now, and I hope you enjoyed hearing about some of the projects that I'm going to be working on in this space. This always happens every single school year, where I'm, working on projects during the summer, and then school starts and everything just sort of stops in terms of crafting, just because my whole focus goes to school at that point. This year is the same. I'm focused on school right now. But I'm hoping things will sort of calm down soon. And I think the main way I'm going to be able to tackle projects in the craft room and also focus on school is sort of scheduling things out just right. So I'm going to be sitting down and thinking about, you know, how I can schedule things out at school, but also, you know, be working on projects at home. I think it's going to be a lot of logistics and just sort of planning things in advance. So I'm really excited to take you guys along with me in that journey. So if you're excited to see more craft room videos, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to check out my blog at thriftedlivingblog.com. Please follow me on Instagram at thriftedliving, and if you don't have an Instagram but would like to stay up to date with what I'm doing, you can follow me on Facebook at Thrifted Living page. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!